Levy.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Have a seat. Okay, well, I'm Jenna Hakenen. You can call me Jenna. I'm a social worker here at BEC Counseling. I've been working here for 10 years now, and I have my master's in social work, and I achieved that through Ferris State University. So, see, I called you Miss Levy when you walked through the door. Is there any preference to what you would like me to call you?
Megan's fine.
Megan. All right, Megan. Okay, so before we get into our session and why you're here, I'd like to touch base on some of our rules and policies. Our confidentiality rule here is that everything that's discussed between me and you stays in this room, doesn't leave us. There are some exceptions. If I suspect that there's any child abuse going on in your life, or if you're going to hurt someone else, or if you're going to hurt someone or yourself, as a mandated reporter, that's my duty. I have to report that. Let's see. And so starting today, after today, you'll have 8 sessions. And you have full control of when these are, so it like totally fits your schedule. If you have work or school, it's so it's totally up to you when we meet next. So we have another policy is that we would like for you to give us a 24-hour notice, and if you don't give us a 24-hour notice, you'll be feed $30 and stuff. So I mean, since it's working with your schedule and stuff, it shouldn't be a problem. But things come up all the time and stuff. So just give us a call a day before, and we'll just get everything all situated.
Okay.
So Megan, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I grew up in New York and lived at home for a while and moved away for college.
Okay.
Been out of college for a while now. I got married when I was about 22. I have 2 kids now. I am working full-time at a hospital, and I don't know.
So you got a lot on your plate right now.
Yeah.
Well, so you said you have 2 kids?
Yeah.
Awesome. What are their names?
There's Jamie, and she's almost 14.
Oh, awesome.
And then I have William, who is 8 at the moment.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So, what exactly brings you in today?
I'm under quite a lot of stress with work, but I've been recently worried about parenting because I'm never home, and I feel like I'm not providing for my kids. I'm trying my hardest, but working at the hospital for long shifts, I'm normally away. I feel like sometimes my daughter is taking care of William a little too much, and I don't want that pressure on her. I've noticed a drop in her grades, and something is affecting her, and I don't know how to fix that, confront her, or things like that.
So what it sounds like is that like work's draining you, but not only is it draining you, it's draining your daughter, and then it's definitely affecting your family and everything.
My daughter's definitely under a lot more stress than what she should be for her age.
Oh, definitely.
And I don't like the idea of putting that pressure on her.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to be able to find a way to take that away.
Okay, so where is their father now?
We got a divorce about 9 months ago. Things were a little rocky there. It's only been I said 9 months, right?
Yeah.
It's only been 9 months, but it feels like it's been a lot longer. He was starting to never be home, and when we would have like family time, he would always blow that off to go hang out with his friends. Found out that he was messing around with other people, and that was the end of that.
Oh. So has this been before you guys got divorced? It's like you said, it felt like a lot longer than that, just because you guys are so distant with each other. Like, when did it seem to get bad? Was it like around when you got your job, or you just not around? Do you think that might have affected your divorce or your marriage?
It was around when William was 5. I think having the kids away at school and me being away at work definitely did affect the marriage quite a bit. But I was always the main provider of the family. He was a stay-at-home dad until William went to school, and then he started a job working for the city, and that's when things started to go downhill.
Okay. Gotcha. And I give you a lot of props for that. You definitely have been dealing with a lot of stuff, and as a main provider for your family, like, that's amazing that you're doing that, and you're able to do that. And I understand that. Okay, so you got divorced 9 months ago. So I mean, you have that stress on you, and then you have this job that you're working, all the time, and then your daughter is taking care of your son when you're away at work, and her grades are going down. But it's also, this job of yours seems like it's been affecting you, and then along with your family. Do you have some kind of degree, or like, what are your qualifications for this job at the hospital? What are you characterized as?
I'm an LPN.
LPN, okay.
And I've been working there for about 4 years now.
Has it been this hectic working there when you first started?
It's gotten slightly more intense over the past few years, but not like, it's nothing that I wouldn't expect being in the field of work that I'm in.
Okay.
Just with noticing that my daughter's grades are dropping, and that she is how our family unit is working right now is affecting her is kind of what is adding to the stress that I already have working as much each week as I do.
Does your ex-husband, does he ever take the kids ever?
He hasn't. He missed the last time he was supposed to have them for the weekend.
Okay.
He is supposed to have them one weekend out of every month. I know that my daughter definitely does not like going.
Okay.
And like they're supposed to visit for 2 weeks during the summer, and they ended up only going for 1 week this past summer. It was the first summer that we were separated for. But
how is like you said your daughter doesn't care to be staying there. Is there like a reason why the kids don't really want to be there, or is it him, or is there something else going on there? Or
I think the fact that that she's older and she has more of an understanding for things, she resents him in that way, so she doesn't want to see him if she has a slight idea of what happened.
Yeah, that's understandable, definitely. Let's see. How is your relationship with your ex-husband now that the divorce has been over? I mean, do you guys talk much, discussing about the kids, or?
I send him updates on what's happening with them. Mainly William, because he's younger and there's a lot more like interesting things happening for him. Like my ex-husband always liked sports, so when I sign William up for a new sport, I tell him in hopes hopes that maybe he'll want to communicate with his son a little bit more,
Yeah.
but no luck with
No
that.
luck. Okay. Is he with another woman now?
That I'm not even sure about.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so it's not something that there's like a step parent of some sort that's affecting the kids or anything. Okay, so for your job working as LPN and you're working all these hours and being stressful and stuff, like do you have enough money to support yourself, or are you just making it by? Like how?
Right now we're basically just making it by. Like we have a little bit of money to spare, but when what doesn't go toward bills goes toward food, and what doesn't go toward food goes automatically to the kids, and things that they might need for school or in the bank for what we might need in the future when things get a little more tough. But I'm not home very often, so that definitely is affecting them no matter what. So.
What are your work hours like during the day? Do you work days, nights? How does that go?
Nights, sometimes, mostly nights, and then basically whenever they need me.
So you're on call quite a bit.
Yeah. When my time off, normally for when I'm not working, is when the kids are at school, or things like that. We have my sister comes and like will watch them when like I'm gone at night, or stay at my house, or they might go to her house the night before school.
Yeah.
So it's a toss up between where they go or.
So how's your relationship with your sister? Is it pretty strong or pretty good or?
It's gotten a lot better since I ended up divorcing my ex-husband. I think that when I really needed someone, I went to her, and all that happened between us in the past was kind of put behind us. So.
So you obviously have some sort of a support system with your sister. How about your parents in the picture? You know, any other siblings that are there?
I have a younger sibling who's in college right now, so he's not really a part of anything. Like, big sister will come in and check in on him, but there's not much that I'm doing with that because I don't want to put any pressure on him.
Yeah.
And then my parents, they live in North Carolina, so there's a distance. Like, I mean, I can always call and talk to my mom, be like, "Hey, Mom, listen to my problems." And I know that they're good, but I don't really talk to my dad, so like they're there, but quite a ways away.
It's kind of, I guess, kind of a personal question. Is your parents really pretty? Just comes the money and stuff. Are they pretty well stable?
Yeah. My dad is retired and my mom is still working, but they have like money backed up. They have a really nice house with too many bedrooms for the two people that are living there, which are them. So yeah, they're pretty well off.
Do they ever help you out with money or helping you out with bills?
Not necessarily bills or money, but they'll buy things for the kids. They always spoil my daughter on her birthday. Like, they buy her all the clothes she wants, or the fanciest purses of sorts that I don't even know what she's into with that stuff. But
yeah, so you definitely got like the support system going for you, and that's awesome. Anyway, let's see. So all right, so I'm just gonna summarize this for you. So there's you have quite a bit of support system, which is awesome. Your job is hectic. From what it seems like, you're pretty stressed out about it without you even saying it. You seem like it's like work. Are you happy with what you're doing?
It's definitely rewarding, and I like what I do. I just wish there was a way that I could find a balance between family and that. It was easier when I was married, but now that I'm not, I have to focus more on being the only provider and figuring out a way to make sure my kids are happy and healthy.
So, and then your daughter, she's been taking care of William when you're working your night shifts and stuff, and you said that's affecting her grades and stuff. Does she go to any kind of tutoring or anything like that?
Before, no, she doesn't. She was a really great student before the divorce. Straight A's through and through. I'm not sure if it's the fact that she's almost done with middle school now.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if she's just having trouble with harder classes or whatnot, but like her favorite subject is history and she's barely passing it at the moment. I didn't find out about that until like a week ago.
Have you sat down and talked to her and seen like, ask her what's going on? Is she just, it might be something with her being kind of in that, puberty and like, her adolescence and stuff, maybe, are you 100% sure that it's just your work schedule that is affecting her with William, or do you think that there's something else going on with your daughter?
I've tried to talk to her, but whenever like I'll ask her to come like on nights when I'm home and we have dinner together, she'll try and take a plate to her room or eat as fast as she can, not answer any of my questions and head straight to her room.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, I end up spending a lot of time with William
versus her
over her.
Yeah. Okay. Well, alright, well, let's say tonight you go to bed and you wake up and all these problems are just poof, gone. What do you think, how would your life be different? What would be different? How would you feel if when, you wake up and, your daughter's doing good in school, your work wasn't so hectic and you were working decent hours where you could spend time with the kids and, and your family bond kind of has gotten stronger, like what would be different for you? Like how would it, it's kind of a hard question, but to imagine that.
I feel like it'd definitely be a weight off my shoulders knowing that my kids are happy and healthy and I wouldn't be worrying about them as much. I feel terrible for not being caught up on William's life and all the things he's doing in school, like when they have those little kid like chorus concerts or whatever with the entire class. Like I feel bad when I can't go to them and it ends up being my sister that takes him, make sure he gets home and they're on time, things like that. I feel like being a part of their lives would be like a bigger part of their lives and more involved would definitely be more satisfying, I guess is what I can say.
Okay, so I just want to let you know that I'm here to help you establish these goals and help your family bond, help with your daughter and with work and stuff. We're gonna work together. We're gonna be a team. We're gonna try to do this and accomplish everything that you want. Okay, so as of right now, I think one thing I'd like you to do before our next session is I want you to try your hardest to have a sit down conversation with your daughter, because I feel like it's not just your work and stuff that's going on with her. I think that there's something else that is affecting her and stuff like that, and that's something that you need to just talk to her and try to understand her and stuff, and maybe that's something we can talk about when you get here next session and can kind of discuss that and stuff. Another thing I would recommend you doing is maybe talking to your supervisor at work. Maybe see if there's any way that your schedule can be adjusted. I know with nursing job, you don't know when you're gonna have to work or anything. It's kind of just, and it's, I give you so much props for working at the hospital like that and stuff. And so I definitely see if you can adjust your hours. Maybe that's something that will be an option, considering that you've been working there for 4 years now. I feel like maybe you might have an upper hand on these other younger people that are working there and stuff. And so for next session, I'd sit down and talk to your daughter and see what's going on with her. I'd talk to your supervisor, see if you can adjust your hours and stuff. And if you can't adjust your hours, maybe we can discuss something. Maybe we can find something different for you, job wise, because family is important, much more important. I think you'd agree. Another thing. Let's see. You've been let's see. So if you work on those for next session, I think that'd be a start to changing a lot of things and helping you. See here, with their father, that's something that we can work on later on the road. Maybe there's something, maybe you can, try to mend some bridges there. I don't know, 'cause that's something that, that might be a benefit for you if your relationship with him has gone better. I'm not saying that you guys should get back together, but something that, so you guys are make amends and that he can help you out, you guys can help each other out, because obviously he's working too, and I'm sure he still wants to be a part of his kids' lives, even though he hasn't been showing it. So we'll deal with that later down the road, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Let's see here. Maybe even talking with your parents or something. If work is just overwhelming and the only reason why you're taking all these other people's hours and stuff is because you're trying to make money to help provide for your family. Maybe your parents can help out. Maybe even plan yourself a vacation with the kids. Go visit your parents and stuff. Like you said, they have all these rooms. You can stay there and maybe just have some one-on-one with your kids and stuff. And I definitely talk to your supervisor and talk to your daughter, and just try your hardest to just try to just communicate with other people and kind of like make your relationship stronger and whatnot. So another thing I want to let you know is that if like today I pretty much just got all the information for you because I'm just trying to get to know you and whatnot. And yeah. Let's see here. Anyway, don't know what else I need to touch base with you. But if you can do those couple things, sit down with your daughter and stuff, that'd be awesome. Maybe, I don't know, here. So we'll just plan that for next session and whatnot. And it was great meeting you and everything. And really, you can schedule your next session with our receptionist, and we'll see. We'll work on those issues and whatnot later on and stuff. So we'll make some changes, and hopefully we'll be able to make amends and achieve your goals. And yeah, so it's great meeting you, and can't wait for our next session.
I'll see you next week.